Well, today's Saturday, February 9th, I think. I'm just mixing up the last load of feed right now. It's been raining. Or it rained for like 20-30 minutes a while ago. We did have that like 4 days of 80-degree weather, 60 degrees at night. But it was kind of nice just to wake up and put a t-shirt and pants on, go to work, not have to worry about nothing else. Jackets and hoodies and gloves and all that stuff, but long johns. But then we had that cold front come in the other day, and I guess maybe because it was 80 degrees and there's so much moisture in the air that it's feels like you're freezing to death. We've just been around 25 to 35 degrees for the last 2 days, 3 days, something like that. I can't remember now. But I hadn't seen the sun, and it's just stayed like this, and it feels like you just can't get warm. So today is Saturday, and I talked to Andy Horgan this morning from Farming, Fixing, and Fabricating, and he finally got his 1200 out of the shop. Or I say finally, he did a lot of work in 11 days, but I got it out of the shop, and got to use it this morning, and sounds like it worked pretty good. But I just been thinking about how good's that paint job gonna work if say one morning it's snowing and he parked it next to the silage pile with the tires and the cover, the white cover on it. I wonder if he's gonna be able to find it. So I don't know, maybe that made him laugh if he's watching. So it's 12 o'clock right now. Just finished milking. We're milking 640 cows now through the barn. We got like 20 more to calve before we're done. Didn't have any babies this morning. Had 7 2 days ago, and no, wait, that was this morning or yesterday morning. I think, I don't remember. But yeah, we didn't have any babies today, so I think there's still 20 left to calve. Yeah, so this morning I figured out that I was supposed to get a load of corn yesterday, and you can see all I got left is maybe 2 or 3 bucketfuls. And so about 6:30 this morning I sent out a text message and saying, hey, the corn didn't show up yesterday, it's coming today, right? Because they do deliver corn on Saturdays. And she said, no, it's coming Monday. We had a truck breakdown, or we lost a driver, and we've had some breakdowns, so we were booked Friday and Saturday, even though I ordered the corn. We get a load of corn every 5 days. I mean, we've been doing it forever, so it's nothing new. And I told her early Wednesday morning that I needed a load of corn and a load of mix on Friday. I got the mix, didn't get the corn, and then so she said that, and she said, gave her excuses that they didn't have a driver and they didn't have had the breakdowns or whatever. And so I said, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm out. And then she said, I'll see what I can do. And then I said, well, I wish I would have known this, or I would have found some corn somewhere else. And and she said, well, that's my fault. So I guess that's good, but she said, I'll see what I can do. And then I said, well, there's no real choice. Either you get a load of corn here today, or I run out and milk production suffers. And she texted back, well, I'm trying. And then so I wasn't very happy about that. And then she called me later and said that they are broke down right now, and there's no way possible to get a load of corn here before Monday morning. So, I have like 8 more loads of corn booked. I booked like 30 to start with them. There's no telling how many loads of corn that we bought from them in the past. We're talking, well, I would say in the last year and 2 months, we bought 8 loads of corn from somewhere else about a year ago. Other than that, all loads of corn have come from this one place, and we use about a load of corn, a semi-load of corn every 5 days. So you're talking, I don't know, off the top of my head, 60 to 70 loads of corn in a year. And she really, I mean, she took the blame for it, but she didn't try very hard. So as soon as I get these last 8 loads, going somewhere else for a little while. But so I've had to stretch the cows out on corn for tonight, and tomorrow they're probably gonna get half as much as they're supposed to, and then there better be a truck here first thing Monday morning. So yeah, I hate to be like that, but you know, if she would have called me and said, hey, we're broke down, we can't do that, I could have called somebody else and maybe gotten a load of corn in. You know, but I found out Saturday morning of who am I supposed to call in. And really the only reason I found out was because I was calling to see where it was. So that's not going to work. So 640 cows are what we're milking right now, times just a hair over 15 pounds a cow. That's 9,600 pounds of corn in a day that they are fed. So if you, you know, times 2 days, it's 19,200 pounds of corn. I don't have that. I have maybe 6,000 to 8,000 pounds left. And I already had a short of a day, so they're going to get shorted tomorrow for sure. So you're talking, I seriously hope not, but you're talking maybe 3,000 to 4,000 pound drop for running out of corn in this kind of weather. You know, if it was nice, pretty weather, I don't know, maybe 2,000 to 2,500 pounds, 2,000 to 2,500 pound drop. So let's just say, and if, you know, if corn shows up Monday morning, they're not gonna just right back to normal. It's gonna take 2 or 3 days to get them back to where they were. So you're looking at, let's just say 2 days down at 3,000 pounds, and then 2 days down to 1,000 pounds. So, and I'm saying down in milk. So that's what I say. 3 and 3 is 6, 7, 8,000 pounds of milk over 4 days being down. 8,000 pounds divided by 100 weight. That's 80. Milk price right now is say $16. So those 4 days, that load of corn is going to cost like $1,300. I mean, the load of corn is going to cost about $5,000. The mistake of not getting it here on Friday and having to get it here on Monday is going to cost us about $1,300. So that tire that busted on the manure tank, that would have paid for that. That's just counting milk production. That's not counting anything that might happen, upset stomachs, any type of medicine that cows end up needing for that, stuff like that. It's not a good thing to run out of feed. And it really sucks when it's not your fault. Group 3's finishing up. As soon as they're out here, I can put out feed and get out of here. Go eat some lunch. Let me know if you think I was too harsh on the sales rep for the feed company. I mean, in a way I might have been, but I just know we work too hard to have, number one, healthy animals and have them as productive as they can be. Just to say, oh, I forgot to call you and you're not getting feed this week or this weekend. So let me know what you think. I'm just riding behind the last cow of Group 3, going to close the gate on them, and thought I would give a list of what's coming up. If you caught a video from 2 or 3 times ago, I said something about the fertilize. We ended up not getting the fertilize because of this cold snap, and then so we still got to get fertilized, get that put out. Hopefully in about another, I think in a week it's supposed to be like 70 degrees again, so hopefully we'll get it out before then. We need to go for poison. I just hired a guy this morning that's part-time. He should be here Monday. He's still in high school. We'll give him a shot and see if he can do it or not. We need to get in the woods and get some woods cleared. We got probably 60 days or so before it's time to sprig, so we need to get as much land cleared as we can. The plan was to get all that. There's a 45-acre lot that we're working on right now. I would say we're about halfway done with that, and then so we'll need to finish that, and then the original plan was to get all the water troughs in and everything like that before we sprigged. So we got, clocks ticking on that. It's just been too wet and we've been too busy to get out there for that. And then here pretty soon, when we start grazing 24 hours, we'll have to we'll plow the sacrifice fields to get them ready to sprig. We also need to work on getting some kind of feed pushing blade for the skid steer, and then what we want to get, like what's on it right now, is just a 7-foot tire scraper that we made. We want to get an 8-foot one that's 2 foot tall, so it'll hold more, and that skid steer should be able to handle that just fine. So you get those 2 things done. Here pretty soon we'll need to start stacking houses and washing houses, or wash them then stack them for the summer. We need to change inflations. That's coming up. That real quick. We need to change inflations in the barn. We actually need to replace 2 hot water heaters too in the barn. We got to do something about the 6410, the knuckles on 6410s. We need to get start getting some lime put out too. That's the other thing. We need to get lime put out. It'd be really cool if we can get this fertilizer put out, then just turn around and start putting out lime. We do have our own fertilizer truck. We do it all ourselves. So anyway, and then can't think of anything else off the top of my head right now. That's just a small sample of what's coming up. Really, right now we're busy, on the cow side of things because we're short-handed, which right now is usually like our busiest time of just nothing but mostly cow work. But we haven't really even started yet. once we get clearing land, running the dozers and the track hoe, and working on putting fertilizer out and field work, plows and stuff like that. So yeah, with all that being said, this was just my plan with this was just gonna be a short video of you know, a chilly Saturday morning. It's starting to rain again, and kind of show off the skid steer a little bit. I was gonna try to run it, but I couldn't get my dad out of it. So yeah, anyway, so comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Never mind, we kicked him out. I just got played. Took me a minute to figure it out, but towards the end of this video, you'll see that I wrap up the video, and I was wanting to drive the skid steer a little bit on this video, and before I went out there, I asked my dad, I was like, hey, you want me to scrape this side? And he's like, no, I got it. So I was like, okay, fine, that's cool. So I went out and pushed grip 3 out. And then when I wrap up the video, I say, yeah, I was hoping to drive the skid steer a little bit on this video, but couldn't kick my dad out of the skid steer. So anyway, thanks for watching, blah, 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 blah. So I get back up here, and then he's like, oh, are you done? And I said, yeah, I'm done. And then he said, oh, you want to finish this? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, cool. I get to drive the skid steer, and I get video it a little bit. And then all of a sudden I saw him take off, and what he did was he went home. So now I have to wash the skid steer off. So I just got played. God. Last time that happens.